Good morning, Kurt Naden. Welcome to Washington, D.C. I'm just outside Capital One Arena, where the Bonnies are set to take on the Billikens this afternoon in the Atlantic 10 tournament quarterfinals. Now, I made the trip down here yesterday and was able to catch up with a lot of fans, and I can tell you they are very excited for this game. Take a look. Get your trick-or-treating in, but there's even more. If you want to learn more about some other events going on in town, go check out the Olean Chamber of Commerce's webpage. They're going to have a whole list of Halloween trick-or-treating events going on in town. For SBU-TV, I'm Rich Williams, Anthony Ryan. See you guys soon.
But just before we head out to break, a live look at downtown Olean on this beautiful Friday morning. Sunny skies and a high of 60 degrees this afternoon.
Coach Greer gave me a chance to show off my skills in Fortnite, but as you can see, I got eliminated early.
Now, like you just saw in my gameplay, I'm not very good at Fortnite, but these guys behind me are looking to prove themselves at a championship this weekend with the best in the country.
Now, I'm just outside Plasman Hall right now, where it's getting a little colder out and even some snow is coming down. But on the inside of the building, some students say that there's a much hotter problem causing an issue.
Fitzgerald spent most of his time as a Bonnie here on the bench, just another member of the team. But after he left the Riley Center, he found playing time on a much bigger stage.
And former Miami Dolphins head coach Brian Flores suing the NFL and 3 of its teams alleging racial discrimination. In a 58-page suit, Flores accuses the league of being racially segregated and, quote, like a plantation. Flores says he was discriminated by the league and some of its owners and managers while applying for the head coaching job of the New York Giants, claiming that the organization only interviewed him to satisfy the Rooney Rule, an order that requires teams to interview minority candidates for certain positions, including head coach.
When you walk down Main Street in Olean, you may not think of this city or area as the next major startup community. But that's exactly what the Lane Business Accelerator is trying to create.
So I see in 10 to 15 years it could be booming.
Mackenzie Bush, a senior at St. Bonaventure, is a co-founder of the Accelerator, which started in 2021, in honor of the late Eric Lane, a prominent area business developer who passed away in 2020.
And the purpose would be to just grow the surrounding businesses in the area and just come together and create a really good community.
The program runs through a cohort, accepting a new group every year and helping them generate and develop business ideas.
Now, the Lane Business Accelerator has goals for economic growth across Cattaraugus County, but a lot of that work is done right here at the Swan Business Center at St. Bonaventure. And I talked to one of this year's cohort members to find out just how much progress he's made since joining.
Doing it is bringing light to the smaller businesses that are trying to make a difference in the community, right?
TJ Holst is an Olean area native who returned to his hometown to build his own business, Wolfpack Storage.
It just reintroduced me to the area and the different connections and different businesses that have started up.
After being a part of the LBA cohort since August, Holst will have the chance to pitch his business at the Accelerator Showcase on Tuesday, December 6th at Cutco Theater on JCC's Olean campus. For SBU-TV, I'm Rich Williams.
I just love his personality.
Tragedy in Portville. 19-year-old Caden Belial killed. 2 others injured when a pickup truck hit 2 parked vehicles on Route 417 early Saturday morning, according to the Cattaraugus County Sheriff's Office. Ethan Smusinski, who enjoyed skiing with Belial, a favorite pastime of theirs, remembers his friend.
He always talked to me. He didn't look at me different. Like, made me part of the crowd, I guess.
Keegan Belial, Caden's brother, taking to Facebook to thank the community for their support and to ask for privacy.
I'm in Portville right now, just across the street from the site of the accident. The pickup came eastbound down 417 before colliding with the 2 parked vehicles that hit the victims right behind me. And just over here, a memorial for Belial, set up by his friends.
Tried to get me to socialize more and like hang out with me. It's like he never forgot about me.
Belial, a 2021 graduate of Olean High School, trained to work as an electrical lineman and planned to work with the National Grid, according to Spink Funeral Home's obituary. As for the other victims of the crash, 18-year-old Gabby Kranick sustained multiple back and neck injuries and was on breathing support for a time. 16-year-old Haley Bellows suffered a high ankle fracture and a broken foot before doctors released her earlier this week. These reports, according to GoFundMe pages set up on the girl's behalf. I reached out to the Cat County Sheriff's Office multiple times this week, but could not confirm the identity of the 20-year-old driver who caused the crash, or any charges against them. Police did say they suspect the presence of intoxicants was involved. Despite this, Smusinski leaving a message about cherishing your loved ones.
Hug them, talk to them more.
For SBU-TV, I'm Rich Williams.
He just says, "Shut up, bitch."
Maya Henderson is the St. Bonaventure cheerleader seen in this viral video after an A10 quarterfinal matchup between St. Bonaventure and St. Louis. The video is the aftermath of a heated confrontation.
And then probably like 5 minutes later, not game time, regular time, he does it again, and this time like he called us all whores.
Henderson accuses St. Louis guard Jordan Nesbitt of verbally harassing her and her teammates during the second half of the game.
He waits, kind of is like walking towards us, and then our coach is standing in front of us, we're all standing behind her, and he looks at her and says, "Fight me, C-word."
The video you're seeing was posted to Twitter and shows what happened next. Henderson and her coach visibly upset, walking away from the St. Louis bench.
Whenever the Bonnies play, the cheerleaders are right here on the baseline, supporting the team throughout the game. And you can see how close they can get to the court where the players are. And it was no different in Capital One Arena for the A10 tournament. That's why it was such a shock when Nesbitt approached the cheerleaders.
But I just was saying, like, "You're so out of line, like, why are you saying this, blah, blah, blah." And the security guards are standing back, like they're walking away from the situation as it's escalating.
Barb Cuesta, Deputy Director of Athletics at St. Bonaventure, said both SBU and St. Louis are handling the incidents, quote, internally. Wednesday, A10 Commissioner Bernadette McGlade told me the conference is, quote, looking into it. Brian Kunderman, Assistant Director of Athletics at St. Louis, did not respond to my request for comment. St. Bonaventure is yet to release an official statement. For SBU-TV, I'm Rich Williams.
Gay marriage is outside of the government of God.
These are comments made by Joel Witcher, principal of Olean Middle School, and his wife Pam, who is co-pastor with him at Fresh Fire Worship Center. Posted on Facebook, the video of his sermons upset students and parents about his beliefs. These comments led parents and students to protest Tuesday at the school board meeting.
I'm outside Olean High School where people gathered Tuesday night to protest comments made by Witcher. I spoke to some of those protesters to get a sense of why they came out.
We don't have a system that's set up to protect our citizens, and in particular our students, from abusive statements from people who are supposed to be in leadership over them.
I don't want I raised my kids, my grandkids, to be accepting of everyone, and the message that this principal is putting out there is not that.
Other Olean community members did attend the board meeting to express their support for the principal. I did reach out to Mr. Witcher multiple times through phone call and email, but he did not respond. Olean School Superintendent Rick Moore declined to comment on the situation, citing it as an employee matter. And Wednesday, students held their own protest after school. They've also created a petition to have Mr. Witcher removed from his position. The petition currently has over 1,700 signatures. For SBU-TV, I'm Rich Williams.